Unfortunately, it seems like I do have enough RAM. You should know, yeah, it's an alpha and not a marketing alpha. This isn't... If you're alpha and you aren't that knowledgeable about game development, then you're probably thinking of, I don't know, any kind of alpha AAA project we'll put out. Those are what you call marketing alpha, which is the game's pretty much done. They're just putting it out there to get some feedback and free press. This is an actual alpha, which means they got like maybe a quarter of the game done. It's like enough to play, but like just enough to play. I mean, they made this map, which is... I forget. I think this is going to be part of the main map overall. Not sure. Yeah, one thing that I definitely look at in a marketing alpha is the ability to actually switch between split body animations and root. Because they added that in one of the patches, I think, in like the last week. Because I want to get feedback on that. Alpha is really just to test progression stuff. It's, as the title says, it's not optimized. It's needs like 10 gigabytes of RAM to launch. Your usual game needs only 2. Anywho, I am wandering around almost at random because I'm talking. What I really want is to find some stone because I mined it once and I'm not sure where else I get it. I'm sticking with split body though. Yeah, character progress gets wiped periodically. They try to not do it, but it still happens. And action camera, as well as standard tab camera too, which is my first experience with that because I don't play WoW. Yeah, this is on low settings. I'm not sure if I can even run this at 60. Which is above their minimum specs they listed on the site, because as I said, it's definitely... interesting. Right click to move forwards. Because I'm far more used to action, I stick with this. I can run it on medium. I cannot get a good frame rate on high. On medium, it's still playable. Because of the RAM usage, I decided to keep it on low, just in case it has an impact on the RAM. Yeah, the rebels for now are gonna be sparklies. I don't know where I can find stone. That's really all I got to say. Range is awkward, sidestepping doesn't really do too much, it's more like Oblivion combat that you want to step in and out, but, well, hard to gauge distance proper. it just me or is that... Oh. Right. There we go. Now it does more stuff. I wonder if I can climb that. I feel like I should head to a node, though. I do want more gear, which is why I'm trying to do the crafting a sword quest. But, as I've said, I can't find... I don't know where to look for stone. I mean, there's wood. Finding trees you can chop is much easier than finding stone I can mine. Actually, hold up. That's jogging a vague bit of memory. I feel like there was a quarry somewhere around here. I think there was an old quarry. Because I vaguely remember somebody mentioning an old quarry somewhere around there. Yeah, southeast should be good. That should head me back to the portal encampment. There it is. That's where you start. Yeah, enemies can be pretty deadly. Part of why I want more armor, because I haven't really gotten any. I think I just have what they give me to start with. Interesting filler text here. I think I should have hopped the wall sooner. Yeah. Maybe not there. Well, if I don't find a spot to hop the wall, I'll eventually go around the wall. That was probably my opportunity. I still have it. Alright, cool. Oh, you still attack me. Yeah, to my understanding, they only have a few, of course, like placeholder assets in here. I know that these very high fantasy looking swords were, I think, placeholders. I think they'll end up using them in the game just by virtue of them being in here long enough, but they won't be the only model. And also, welcome, Bubba. Yeah, this is just on low settings, though, because, as the title says, it's as an actual alpha, it's pretty unoptimized, so doesn't run terribly well. It uses like up like 10 gigs of RAM just to launch. I don't have Task Manager open right now, so I don't know how much it's using, but it's probably gone down. Yeah. Add thinner swords. Don't quite know how to get gear yet, though. If you haven't made an account yet, I have got my referral code down in the description. Right now, I just want to do the crafting a sword quest, and I don't remember where to find stone, if anywhere. I vaguely remember there being a quarry somewhere around here. At least I have the false memory of someone mentioning a quarry. I'm going to check up there. Alright. Movement feel? Feels fine. Doesn't feel exceptionally good or bad in any way. I don't come from an extensive background of playing MMOs, so I can't say I can compare it to, say, WoW or anything else like that. But to other single-player games, yeah, I can think of one critique, which is sprint being hold instead of a toggle, given you can only do it out of combat, so you always want it on for the most part. That's something to get ironed out. I've already sent some feedback on that. It's nice we can jump, though. They currently have one of their most recent patches. They want some feedback on having split body versus root attack animations for melee. So they have comma as a toggle key between doing animations where where movement is entirely determined by the attack, or you can move as you please. Of course, the animations aren't adapted for that, so they look kind of bad. It's more so to get a feel for it, and then I'll see what to do from there. Melee range feels pretty short, but it might just be realistically short. Like, I think that's out of range. It's out of range. That's in range. Yeah, I have no idea where stone could be. I have given up quite early, haven't I? In part because I know I'd be looking through here for a long time. Yeah. I was fortunate enough to have some money lying around. I don't now, but back when there was a Kickstarter, I managed to back them up to Braver of Worlds, so I'm in for the alphas and betas. Of course, my system was built in, like, 2016, so I've got GTX 970. I will not be able to upgrade anytime soon. So I'm glad this runs. Now then, I am... Oh, I'm kind of far down here. I could head there for the quest, or I could head to a node. This is apparently like a tiny fraction of the main map. I think the farthest I've gotten to was a node once that took a few minutes to travel. It's definitely going to be a big map, and I was surprised to see they have underwater swimming. No underwater combat yet. I remember that being in there. So, like, planned, that is. Yeah. I've been looking for a job for the better part of a year now. No such luck. Well, I could try looking for a menial job that pays minimum wage. Can probably find one for that, but I'm trying to look one pertaining to my degree. I know the frame rate doesn't go to crap if I turn up to medium, but it might. Depends on the area, probably. Alright. See, options. How different is this? Too bad I'm not near a river right now. Yeah, the frame rate isn't... This is definitely playable. Can't say I was getting quite 60 before. This doesn't feel too bad relative to it. I look closely though, it's a little bit more choppy, but the stream is at 30 FPS, so I'm not sure you'll notice. There is fall damage. It's relatively lenient though. Take like 20 damage from a relatively high, from falling off a cliff. That's like 10 or 15 meters high. And I got 424 hit points, so it's really not that bad. But enemies of your level can do like 50 damage per hit if they have, well, every other hit or so. So yeah, me being able to kill them fast is kind of important to staying alive for long. Ah, cool. I hear a waterfall. I have died a few times. A couple of times due to getting swarmed by mobs. It's very hard to fight multiple opponents. The other time was I fought a boss that had a 2 processor level and realized, yeah, it's a field boss. And I thought I could take him. And I did get his health low. Very low, to like less than 10%, and then I died. And that happened twice. Yes, I don't know if they have negative XP implemented yet, but you do drop some of your raw materials on death. So I'm sure you know. Since PvP's turned off right now... Oh, it's this cave. This is the cave that I died in like 5 times. I mean, if you've played through Dark Souls 12 times like I have, with one character to NG plus 10, it's not that bad. But yeah, it can be a bit painful if you're not used to it. Also, mildly fortuitous, because someone, I don't know how, but died at the entrance to this cave. I picked up their body's loot. I got a lot of cash off of that. Like 500 GP worth. I have like 600 on me, so that like sextupled my wealth. But yeah, further in this cave there's a bunch of mushrooms, and I could not pull them one at a time at one part. I died to that a few times. It's like level 3 though back then. I think? Or level 4. Haven't had to deal with CC much yet, but there are a couple of enemies I've fought that do. Getting stunned doesn't seem to have animation yet. Getting rooted, though, does have an effect, and these mushrooms, the Unnormal Mycena, they hurt. Oh, they hurt. So I'll knock you down, and there you go. Without a death animation. Yeah, it's a 49 and a 17. Yes, I have lost half of my health by now. They are a deadly foe to fight. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good night. I should rest at some point. Oh yeah, I should rest. Under a quarter health. Alright. Yeah, health does recover fairly quickly out of combat. What is that, like 10? No, is that 5% per second? That might be 5% per second. It's fairly fast. Oh yeah, I just felt that frame rate dip. Oh boy. I might be running at 30 right now, which has been a long time since I've seen 30. I'm kind of fine with that, surprisingly. For the most part, anyways. As long as the camera's not turning rapidly, it's fine. And I'm in control of that. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the node and see what's up there. Because I remember catching a glimpse of an aspiring blacksmith. And maybe he can help me get some better gear. Maybe a greatsword. I may be playing the tank class, but I kinda would prefer a longsword, and I guess this is technically a longsword, so I don't know. If you get a shield, that's fine too. Hardly a half hour in. Feels like I've actually done a lot. Despite that, and if I actually look at, you know, quest-wise, I've hardly done anything. Still feels like I've done a lot, though. Exploration counts. That's why. I will say with Split Body as is, just kind of dropping it into the game as it is right now, as I've done, yeah, it's not going to feel too good or have much purpose. Because, after all, combat's designed around not having that, and instead being, you know, two people standing in front of each other, whacking them until somebody dies. That's kind of how combat is. When you can move while attacking, you're supposed to be able to, you know, evade, like stay out of their range, and duck in to smack them, and duck out, you know, like jousting. Yeah, that's it. So, in that regard, they might want to go with root attacks. Since you won't be gaining too much benefit. Oh, that feels especially low. I think I'll go back to low once I'm in a relatively... Well, I guess on the path it's safe. Outside aggro ranges, I could switch back to low settings. There we go. Oh, I feel that increase. Oh man, I feel that increase. Sounds like it's right next to me, but I know it's not. Yeah, the water is pretty good in this game. There's a node at I'm not sure what stage, honestly. Yeah, I think you can tell that I'm used to playing MMOs, given I prefer my camera this close. In fact, this is as far in as it zooms. I'd go first person if I could. Oh well. They don't have plans for first person. After all, most first person cameras are actually a separate entity entirely from third person. Require their own set of animations. It's a lot more work. But what if you just do what Skyrim mods do, which is just move the camera to where the head is and keep the third person animations, but now you see them in first person. Hi there, Aspirin Blacksmith. Ooh. Lava Forge Defend. Oh, I can get either. Ooh, nice. So block change is something I have with shields, which will help me stay alive, or I can go for the sharpen greatsword, which... Oh, that requires stuff I don't have. Sharpen greatsword schematic. Okay. Grinding stone, and nothing else. Oh, there's an armor smith. Maybe you sell completed things. Wait, can I... You sell weapons? Hey? You sell weapons. They aren't good weapons, but they are weapons. Chipped greatsword. They're all dull. My god, that... Wait, it's level 10. A level 5 item. A long spear, great mace. I'd prefer to be a swordsman, plebs. You got any, level 5... Two-handed swords? One-handed swords? Whatever. Alright, show me some armor then. What have I got? You know, I'll take these. And then the plate belt, I guess. It's also the cloth stuff, right? Oh, there's plate, 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 plate. How's the cloth stuff go? The cloth stuff go. Cloth stuff go. Physical disable defense. Wait, disable defense. Casting speed. Evasion bonus. Defense mitigation. What's this do? Physical evasion bonus. Accuracy. Physical disable defense. Physical disable modifier. Siege sign up. Okay. Defense mitigation. Max health. You know, I'll just take this. Whatever. That's worth nothing. Alright. Oh, I see a slight change. The helmet doesn't look much different, though. To be sure, that's all the level 5 stuff, right? Yep. Alright, let's sell off the level 1 stuff. Like to see... Yeah, sure, I'll see some weapons, because I just want to sell you some stuff. Want to give away my starting equipment. Oh, fledgling forge worker, apprentice herbalist, fisherman, novice carpenter. Hey. Farm your metals? Sure. I still have no idea where I can get stone and mine things. Like, I know what a mining node looks like, I just don't know where to find them. Wait, junior schematics engineer. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sharpened greatsword schematic. Sure. Sure, let's see what I can get with that. I'm guessing I then go to you for now. I have to craft some stuff. Sharpen greatsword. I have the schematics. I don't have much else. Okay. Fair enough. Can I drop it? Ah, yes I can. Alright, cool. Yes, be gone, my old level 1 stuff. You have been replaced. I should organize this. There, good enough. Where is it? Tiller, axe stuff. Yeah, mining tools. Alright, there we go. Alright. It's a lot of stats. A lot of stats. I will enjoy managing those later, but for now I just want to... I feel like I shouldn't bother with that for now. In fact, one thing I should do... let's replace Onslaught. Javelin. Alright, so that now does Wholesome to me, deal damage, and a great amount of hate, and reduce cooldown. Alright. It's because I have encountered a couple of enemies that can, you know, root me, so with the Javelin I can just be like, shut up and get over here. You aren't getting away from me that easily. Or, rather, get over here within stick hitting range. Yeah, the occultist. Plus, it could also potentially help me. Ah, okay. Gosh, that is... That is a long cooldown on Javelin. Wow. Dang, I thought I might be able to spam this, but no. No, I cannot. Okay. Yeah, I only have added 2 points then, so I'll keep Javelin just so if I do get rooted, I can still smack things with a sword. Until then, though... Are there seriously no, like, great swords or shields I could buy? More importantly, great swords, because I don't plan to invest in block chance right now. Wait, crude armorsmith. Oh, he'll make stuff for me. Okay. With level 5, though, great mace, long spear, one-handed axe. That's it. 75 for that stuff. Wow. That's 5%. And that is magical attack damage. Oh, I don't have... Okay. Let's go ahead and buy that. Equip that. Alright, so find a place to sell in the wetlands, you say. Alright, so this one, finding a foothold, is just to visit each node. Actually, I should highlight that. There we go. See? Just go to each node. Interesting. I wonder what this is like with the root, though. Really? So 3 slashes. Stab. And 3 cuts. 2 stabs. That is some radically different combos, if I do say so myself. Interesting. If I turn that off... Well, it's a thing, I guess. I wonder when they'll optimize it. Maybe late beta, I'd imagine. They might do some, like, chunky optimization between alphas or betas, but I doubt they'd really do the polish until the end. By chunky, I mean, like, some really obvious pain points. Like, oh, yeah, we should totally do that so that way the game actually runs when we add a new feature, kind of chunky polishing, I guess. Very rough pass. That's why I don't expect polishing until, like, way late. It's just, as a programmer, you don't optimize until the very end. Some very good reasons for doing that. Because optimization is essentially taking shortcuts. You gotta take a shortcut in how things are implemented so that way it runs faster. But if you optimize really early, you're... well, change the logic of how a thing works, and I find this easier to explain if I actually had like a picture to work with. I guess I can use the mouse. So, say you're Initial route. Maybe I can use the map for this too. Is that good? I think maybe this will work. Right here, your feature goes like this. Curves around there. And I mean, that works. It's not, of course, optimal. You'd want to just go straight. But the thing is, if you optimize it early on, then yeah, that runs faster now. Runs a fair bit faster. You don't have to take that long detour. But what if later down the road you need a feature that needs to get some data here? Well, now you have this thing going here, and you gotta go here, and you gotta double back. You know, all of a sudden, you've got you're either taking more time than if you hadn't optimized this, or you're taking the same amount of time. So it's better to, you know, go here, see, oh yeah, we gotta stop by that point, so then we just shouldn't bother to optimize this, because now, oh yeah, I can also add this feature that takes on data from that point in the process too. Just optimizing too early causes more bugs than anything. Is that... I mean, that's a castle, yes, but is that a node? Cerulean Grotto, Mistmire. I should head east. Oh, hey, river. Wait, there's a bridge right there. Whatever, we don't get wet. Hypothermia? Never heard of her. Oh, it's a bandit camp. 6+. Gosh, no. Need 2+, like, got me. 1+, I mean, maybe I can do. But, like, freaking 6+? Heck no. You over here. Get stabbed. As you can see, being DPSing tank isn't the best way to go about things. Mage is seen as the best class at the moment. I'm only play tank though because I want to be a swordsman, and gosh darn it, I will find a way to make it work. Okay, I'm on the right path. I mean, I'm not on the right trail. I'll have to forge my own. If only I had a trail of fire, then I could be a trailblazer. Haha. Level 5. I don't know, level 5 used to instill some fear in me, like, oh shit. Back when I was level 4, but now I'm level 5. As long as I'm fighting one, it's not too bad. Oh, and that I have the initiative too. As soon as I start fighting multiple, though, we have a problem. Fungus monsters, right. Oh, I'm pretty close to... I guess it never developed into a town. Oh, hi there, Scholar Loading. I've heard about you. Alright, maybe what do you have? Fire flowers? No, I'll keep looking. Wait, what? When did I accept a quest from you? I mean, I talked to Scholar Rhea, and she mentioned you, but I never spoke to you directly. Is this the node? This might be the node. Also, how do people get mounts already? This guy's level 10. Okay. Might be a level 10 thing. I should probably read this out loud instead of to myself. Come a long way. This place gives absolutely no quarter. Now it seems we have our own people working against us. I'm tempted to give them all their own voices, but like, am I going to remember all these voices? Will I have enough variances to my own voice to actually properly give them all unique voices? No, no, and no. I will try, though, I suppose. It's always politics, isn't there? Even with the clean slate backstabbing and bureaucracy follow us. It's not politics I'm talking about, friend. It's something a little more direct than that. Not politics? Then you've got my ear. What's going on? Losing people slowly over time. Thought maybe the wilderness had taken them, but it seems that these men have actually turned on us for whatever God's forsaken reason. They harass our caravans, steal from us in the night, and plunder whatever they can get their hands on. Can't we just send some people into the field and round them up? I have, but they leave no trace. Benny seems to know exactly where our weaknesses are. They almost seem to know the land better than us. I'm not sure how that's possible. They're traitors of the worst type. It sounds like you need to send better people out into the field. Good luck out there. While others have failed, maybe I can succeed. If you give me more detail, let's see if I can track down these turncoats for you. I've seen you around here. I know your name. Yes, maybe you can succeed where others have failed. This won't be easy. Are you sure? I'm sure. After all, I can just not do the quest if it's too high level. And let me give you the leads I do have. Okay. When they fade into the wilderness, it's almost always during the night, which makes it difficult to track them. I don't know if there's a day-night cycle. I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's a day-night cycle. I was about to say I'd assume there is, but I haven't played long enough to see that, but to be honest, they may not have bothered to implement a day-night cycle yet. It is alpha. If fade into the wilderness, it's almost always during the night, which makes it difficult to track them. I think they're coming from somewhere south of here, near the ruins, but we haven't been able to figure out exactly where. It's a place to scout out, at least. Maybe you'll find something we missed. Noted. Also, I've received reports of someone hiding out in the Underrealm. Our rangers have tried to approach him, but they lose track of him quickly. To be honest, I'm not sure how much effort they put into finding him. Do you think he's one of the turncoats? I'm not sure. It's strange for someone to abandon the camp. Difficult too, without help. He's a traitor, though. He's one of sloppiest, which doesn't jive with what we know of those bandits. So maybe he is, maybe he's not, but it's a lead and one worth checking out. Alright. Finally, if you happen to run into any of these bandits, see if you can get a sense for what they want. How are they doing this? Who is our leader? Can we get them to negotiating table somehow? They're traitors, but we barely need them back here, contributing to our survival and not actively sabotaging us. And if I can't, well, I'll take them out whatever way I can. And prioritize information if you can. That's why they've got us against the wall. They know much more about us than we do them. Understood. I think I can make some headway for you here. Yo. Greetings, adventurer. Thanks for letting me take a break in your camp. Feel free to put your feet up. It's dangerous out here, especially with those damn cats sneaking up on anyone who takes the road out east. And yes, I know that's a girl. Cats? Yeah, or more specifically the cats known as chargers. Trying to get caravans through the pass, but they sneak up on even our best scouts. Can't really get this camp to grow with them lurking out there. Well, maybe I can help out. I've got some tricks up the sleeve that can take care of those charges. Hey, I gotta say, that'd be pretty dangerous. I can't say no to help from penances. Are you sure? Absolutely. No time when the task is done. Hey, Swift. So it runs. Not quite 60 FPS, but it runs. On low settings, that is. I can go medium. But it's like, feels very much like 30 FPS. Which is what the stream is at, so you wouldn't really notice it. Hmm. Ah, fire chargers. Where the heck is that? That is way south of here. What the heck? The map's big, by the way. I don't know if you made an account at some point, but or if you're interested at all, but referral links in the description. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Not quite the castle I came by on the way here, though. Yeah, How best to impart a sense of distance, though? Like, I should travel from one point on the map to the other, but, like, which point? You know what? I still have to do finding a foothold, right? So I'll head up north, east a bit, hit the trigger point for this, and then I'll head west to the final trigger point. Oh. Those are some flags. Ah, it's a larger camp. Okay. There's the trigger. Ah, Armorsmith. What do you have? You have... Yeah, long spear, right mace. No great swords until level 10. Alright, so now I'm going to head west to here. Which is fairly distant, but still on the same island. Oh, and this is how far out you can zoom. Maybe I should follow a path instead of just going straight. Yeah, I say that because enemies are actually a risk I don't quite want to take most of the time. Like in RuneScape, you want to fight stuff that's you're kind of guaranteed victory. Otherwise, you will take heavy damage and have to rest for a while. Unless you're well stocked and equipped, which I am not. Maybe I'll try to learn alchemy at some point. So I'm glad that I can stream this. Let's see. Okay, did I turn north or south? I'll go south. I mean, if I'm... Okay, that's dark red, so those must be like level 11 or something, right? Yep, level 11. Okay, do not tangle with those. No, in Oblivion, I did go in a straight line from A to B at times, because going off the beaten path leads you to a lot of locations to explore, so you end up getting sidetracked more than just taking the roads. What are you? Level 7. I'm trying my luck. Alright. I have to fight one on the road anyways. Good thing I tested it out. Oh, multiple on the road. Never mind. I'm heading towards an open dungeon, aren't I? Alright. But yeah, here, because I'm definitely not strong enough to handle whatever comes my way, I do totally want to take paths. But I also get that in like Breath of the Wild, following the path leads you to more distractions than going off the path. Most of the time. Yeah, one of the things that they are testing, they added in like, I think last week's patch, was a toggle for root animations versus split body. So, you know, being able to move freely and not just by hitting comma. Wait, animate armor. Oh, level 4. Nice. Alright, food time. Yep, this here is indeed dungeon. Open dungeon. How will I go about here, though? That's a lot of armors. That might be level 4, but, like, that's a lot. Get over here? Maybe I can scale this. Well, so far so good. Oh, missed. Okay, cool. Huh. Oh boy, fall damage. Hi, got it. Careful. Ooh. Ooh. I have to find a way down. Hoi! Eh. Well, one's not too bad. Alright, where am I? Wrong way. So I guess I've been on the path about 10 minutes or something. Yeah. I can see the node. Yay! Well, actually, am I here? Yes, I am here. Hello, I feel like I've missed the trigger point. No, I'm here. There we go. And we are complete. Still no idea where to find some stone, though. Creating a crossroads, what the heck? Need safe places to rest, regroup, and rebuild in this new land. I shall work together with my fellow adventurers to help create a basic camp or crossroads somewhere in Vera. Focusing our efforts in a common area will surely expedite this process. Speaking with the chief clerk of a note at the crossroads level or greater will complete this quest. Okay. I believe I saw one. Right over here. Hello there, welcome to Drythorn. This note has reached encampment status. We appreciate all the support we have received to reach this milestone. That is good to hear. How can I help you on this fine evening? What can you tell me about Drythorn? Drythorn is unspecialized node. We are currently at the encampment level, and more citizens we can garner, the larger we can grow. Very exciting times. Sounds like it. Okay, thanks. Indeed. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, that is all. Goodbye. Okay, so it's about 10 minutes to go there. Oh, there's a land bridge. There's a land bridge. Speaking with the chief clerk of a node. Okay. Isn't this an encampment? Didn't that clerk guy just mention this is an encampment? Can't I just finish that immediately? Hey! Okay. Doesn't seem like it goes any further up, though. Alright. That requires building a village. Yeah, that's probably Winstead. Alright. I'm gonna go south to the starting portal, and then from there, head east to Winstead again. Ooh, flowers. That's a nice field. So this is technically a desert. Huh. Interesting. How tough is an armored crawler? Level 3. Alright. Not really worth the time of day then. That biome shift is as sudden as a river crossing. Oh, that's why. I was wondering why the heck my charge wasn't knocking them down. It's because I took the skill point out to learn Javelin. Yeah, makes sense. A weird looking tree, honestly. Just took it for a statue, almost. You know, with the raised sword. Oh, that looks very little like a statue from this angle. Hold on. It's another floating plant. So I'm not sure what I can use these for, but hey, can't hurt to gather. Okay, I know in the final game they planned for there to be a weight limit. I don't think they have it right now. Maybe there's like Limited slots? Probably. But not really a weight limit. Welcome back, Schliff. First, oh, there's a forest charter. It's not in the right location, but hey. It counts! So yeah, where I am right now is here. So it took about 10 minutes to go from Mistmire to Drythorn. And that's big map. Oh no. My game is not a slideshow. The bitrate looks to be at 3. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning. Okay. Oh, it might be because this game takes up so much resources. Okay, the FPS did actually drop below 30. Maybe you have to use CPU encoding for this. Is the frame rate good? Because it should be at 30. Or at least I think it should be at 30. Is this stone or is this iron? Stone! Yes! I need that for a starter quest. Okay. Yeah, because OBS is giving me a warning message that's a bit cut off saying encoding overloaded. Consider turning down VIT, and it gets cut off there. And I'm seeing the frame rate is usually 30, but sometimes it goes down to like 27 or 24. Bitrate though is fine. Bitrate's at where it should be. I think that's because I'm using NVENC, which is using the GPU to encode stream, because normally that's actually pretty good, because it's NVIDIA, so they have built-in shadow play to do recording and streaming at very low cost. But given how much resources this alpha is taking up, I can't imagine that's not quite working out. Well, that's a lot of gatherables. And can't harvest that. Okay, when I look at that, I was feeling a bit of a dip into FPS on my own end too. Yeah, I suppose it'll depend on the area then. And maybe also the heat, because there is thermal throttling. That's not related to the game or OBS, that's just hardware failsafe. To prevent itself from overheating, it'll reduce performance. So, I can only assume there's thermal throttling given my AC is off and my components are old. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, it runs. Doesn't run well, though. Runs like an old 2000s game. Oh, yeah, you're getting like 20s on the FPS. I don't think I can really change that mid... No, I can't. I can't change encoder midstream. Yep. I don't think my own FPS is going below 30, or at least not by much. It's like, it's still very much playable, but like, yeah, this is like maybe in 50s or 40s. If I had a counter to see. But it's using up like 99.6% of the GPU, I'm guessing. Normally I'd have Task Manager open, but I decided not to for stream. So I can't tell you how much of the GPU is taken up, just that it's like very much almost exactly 100%. Oh, that's right, they're still hostile to me. Blue name means they're like 3 levels lower than me. It seems. But they're still hostile. Oh right, I went south so I could go east to get some forest chargers. Alright, I sell you, and I sell you. And we're good. Yeah, I have to wonder when they'll optimize the game. I mean, not in this alpha. I'm gonna have to deal with this performance for the next week or so. Roughly 10 days. But like after that, whatever the heck the next test is. Yeah, there might be thermal throttling. I don't think you got choppy like this before. Hmm. Yeah, I we forgot about that. Yes, the interesting thing is when I was watching this on Task Manager, I think like a day or so ago, it of course went up to 10 gigs of RAM usage when it started up, but like over the hours of playing, it dropped down to 2 gigs of RAM usage. I'm like, oh, that's nice. So it's just when it boots, it has to kind of load everything or something close to that, and then it just unloads gradually over playtime. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it's at right now, though, but I would not be surprised if it was very high. I'll try to keep the camera down, though. That seems to help looking at the ground. Remember, this is on a GTX 970 that has not been thoroughly cleaned in a few years. On a very unoptimized game that you'll probably never get to play. I mean, you may get to play Ashes of Creation. You just won't get to play this alpha because you had to have a key to get in. And I don't think they're giving out keys anymore. This is all you get. It still is nice looking though. Even in the slideshow. Alright. Now, how good is this FPS? That's my question. Ooh, top down. Real top down. Oh yeah, just to give you an idea of some of the quest spacing stuff. It's like, hey, where do they ask you to go? So that, like, fort up there, I just feel like, oh yeah, we sent out some privates to go explore a cave. They haven't reported back, you should go check up on them. You're gonna have to go down this path to this fork, where you can't really even see the fort that well anymore. And then follow this path to a cave, and then they're way deep inside the cave, and I died 4 times on that cave. Yeah, I imagine it doesn't have to load much in the distance. But yeah, you have to travel a long way in some quests. And there's mounts, which I have no idea how to get. No idea how much faster I'll go on a mount either. Looking for forest structures. I mean, the marker pointed me to a place near Winstead, but there are forest starters I've passed along the way and just decided not to hunt there for some reason. Probably because I just want to show you stuff. I do hope you can hear the music. Wait, something just... Why'd I get evaded? Yeah, this feels like a TRPG. Let's see, does this work? Oh yeah, they are really, really crazy. A 970 or like a 3080? Because a 3080 is also like 700 or 800 new, too. 970, I can guess, is expensive because I think they stopped making them, like, entirely. It was like, I think it was like 300 or 350. Maybe like 350 when I bought it new. Way back in the day. But yeah, I remember seeing like a GTX 1060. It's like $300 and like 50% more effective than a 970. Which kind of hurts to think about. It costs less, but it's so much better. Ugh. Wait, which way should I go? I guess this way. Alright, keep an eye out for forest chargers. We're looking for green lions. Okay. Maybe the marker was just pointing to the node that they wanted me to secure the route to and not to where the chargers are. Hmm. I mean, I still wouldn't recommend you get it at this point. Like, it's a very, very old GPU, but, you know. Oh, hi there, Magdal. You know, who are you? You are a player. Maybe? No, you're an NPC. You're just seeing out here. Oh, there's a forest charger. Wait, how many do I have to kill? 6 more. Ooh, an actual cabin in the woods. Wait, Big Jim the Ruthless. Oh, you're a 2+. And let's try it. As you can see, 2+ probably requires 2+ people. Where am I, and where is... Oh, there's my stuff. Hi there, Big Jim the Ruthless. Let me just take my stuff and be gone. Yeah, as far as death penalties go, you lose some XP, never levels. Yeah, that's true. The best games these days require very little on hardware. Because Indie knows how to optimize, unlike AAA, which needs 4K every 4K logos. Wait, Sunstalker requires is a 5+? No thank you. No thank you. I see a plus next to their level. I am not fighting that. I don't care if it's blue. Alright, that's fish. Wait, oh, I can fish. But yeah, you should lose, I think, some XP on death, not levels. And you lose raw materials. And you can get your materials back. Honestly, anybody can loot your materials, not just you. RuneScape without the tombstone protection. I think. Oh, you don't lose gear like in RuneScape, though. It's just raw resources. I mean, I'd like to have a 3080, but I know my power supply unit cannot handle a 3080, so I'd have to upgrade that if I'm upgrading the power supply unit. I also feel like maybe I should just upgrade the fan to my CPU. If I upgrade the fan to my CPU, then I should also upgrade the CPU, which also means you have to upgrade the motherboard, and then why not upgrade the RAM? Why not just upgrade the whole system? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you never played RuneScape? Yeah. Honestly, RuneScape was a very fun game. It's very time-consuming. I don't know about now, though. RuneScape 3 may have a lot of time reduction stuff in there, but at very least old-school RuneScape was something you could really only get into expert levels of as like a middle schooler when you had that much free time. Because it took forever to grind out levels. Yeah, I played RuneScape a lot in, I think, middle or high school. It was like for 2 years. I played RuneScape, and since then I occasionally play it for like a month or so and then stop because, you know, nostalgia is satisfied. I forgot I should be looking for forest chargers, honestly. I'll go back to where I found the one before. Yeah, it's a... So there's the grinding part, which can just take up a lot of your time, but not all of it. It's semi-AFK. It's like, it's point and click, so I'll just point to click a spot on the screen and your character will go there and do the thing. So say you want to mine some ore, you just click on the rock and your character will go there and they'll mine the rock until the rock runs out of ore. No other input from you. You just click the rock and everything else is handled. So you can honestly just do other things without having to devote too much attention to the game itself. You still have to devote some attention, of course, but like, not a lot. It's not like, say, ESO, where it gets pretty brain dead with the grinding and stuff. But you can't just not pay attention to the game because you have to input every single action. Nah, RuneScape's got that covered for you. So there's pride in just how much time you can invest into the game, as well as the questing and the adventure, because due to how slowly you gain power, you very slowly unlock new areas you can explore, because if you try to go there beforehand, you'll, you know, die. And since you lose all but your 3 most valuable items on death, yeah, I mean, you drop them on the ground, and after 10 minutes, anybody can loot them. So you can do a corpse run if you want, or not. I wonder where that siege just started, though. That's a dead forest charger. So yeah, it felt like a real big thing to get to a new area and get a new quest. As the quests in that game, they had a very tongue-in-cheek writing. And combined with the low poly and therefore requiring over-exaggerated animations to actually convey emotions, it's all a good bit of fun, light-hearted humor throughout most of it. One thing I remember is there's one quest that's a parody of Frankenstein's monster, where you're helping Frankenstein put together his monster and get it revivified. But like because you're Frankenstein's assistant, the entire time you're just like quoting and complaining about the UK labor law of like, when the hell is my 15-minute required break? It is required by law. And Frankenstein's like, would you just shut up and do the thing for me? But I require my 15-minute break. And the very first quest in the game is Sheep Shearer. That's right. It's not go kill the rats in the dungeon. It's not go slay the dragon. It's not go deliver the tablet to the high mystical people on the mountaintop. Nope. It's go help this farmer shear sheep. Even that is just like, yeah, just go out to the field, shear some sheep, but be careful of it. And he doesn't really explain what it is, just that it's something that looks like a sheep, but isn't a sheep. And nobody believes him, but like, be on the lookout. And I kind of have to spoil it just to show you just how absurd the game is. So and the farmer, whenever he says it, it's always a capital IT. It is, well, it's a pair of penguins in a sheep costume. That's just in the field, mingling with the other sheep. Not really doing anything. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, like, why are there penguins in a medieval forest far away from the North Pole? I don't know. But the penguins, and they're wearing a sheep costume. What? Except I also know what's up, because when you get your skill levels to like 70 or 80, which is going to be like 2 or 3 years in to your character's progression, you actually get a quest that a quest chain, mind you, that explains why the hell those penguins are there. And it gets even more ridiculous. To cut a long story very short, the penguins are invading to try and take over the world. Yeah, you have to stop the penguin army. And you do it not through like fighting an army, you do it through using, was it a spell or a potion of shrinking? Well, you shrink yourself down to a size where you can operate a toy penguin to then infiltrate the penguin army as a mechanical penguin yourself and sabotage them from the inside. Yeah, you go to the north. At first, it's like the zoo. Yeah. At first, you go to like the zoo in Ardown, which is like on the west half of RuneScape. This is like a far ways away from the tutorial, from the starting village, and it. Far ways away from that, and the zookeeper is like, these penguins are suspicious, but no one believes me. I was like, I guess I could help you look into the penguins? Like, oh, sure. And you go through the quest line with him, which is where you get introduced to the spell of shrinking and the mechanical penguin suit you use to mingle with the penguins. And that's when you learn that, yes, they actually do speak English. They don't just speak penguin. Or maybe you need an amulet to understand them. That's something I forget. That was another cool thing. There's like an amulet of, I think, animal speak you get at one point. There's definitely an amulet of ghost speak, because without that, all the ghosts say is ooh, ooh. But if you have the amulet of ghost speak, then they actually speak intelligible words, and you can have conversations with them. And you need that amulet for like, you get it in a very early quest, and it's used throughout a lot of areas in the game. Just another nice theme. You just gotta hold on to some useful items, and they'll be used later. So yeah, might need an amulet, amulet of animal speak, or it might just be that they speak English. So learn their plans, talk to the zookeeper, and you concoct a plan to go and sabotage their world domination stuff by going to the North Pole as piloting a mecha penguin. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done the quest. Quest chain. Really. Yeah, you need like, I think it was like level 70. No, like level 50 construction. Level 70 fire making or something. A lot of high level skills just to do this quest chain to stop the penguins from taking over the world. Oh, there was one quest where you simulate. I'm not going to give you the context to it, just telling you the weird stuff you do. You simulate a plague by painting some farmer's sheep and then giving them food poisoning so the sheep start throwing up while being miscolored. And the people just think it's a plague. Oh, there's also an earlier level quest where you come across a goblin village where the goblin chieftains are arguing over which color their armor should be. And so you have to help, and so you get to help them settle the dispute of which color their armor should be by going around to different places, dyeing the armor different colors because you have to get the ingredients for the pigments. And eventually they settle on a color. And I think you even get some input on that. And I forget if they just keep fighting each other over the color of the armor, but with new, like, they go from like red and brown to like green and purple. Aesthetic changes, but they're still fighting each other. Or they actually settle on a color and stop fighting. I forget which one. Oh yeah, like, you can probably find some videos of quests. Just the quests, they're very linear. They aren't too open-ended. There also are some very good puzzly quests too. Like RuneScape 3, So RuneScape 3 still retains the vast majority of all the old RuneScape content in there, but they also revamped some of the stuff, which of course replaces the old ones, added new content, and they tried to be more like modern MMO stuff, so a bit faster to complete, a bit more handholdy, but more voice acting, and they still have that good charm in it. In fact, one of the early quests you do in RuneScape 3, one of the newer early quests, has you you get a very rude customer out of a restaurant by feeding him a very disgusting pie to give him food poisoning. And because it's one of the newer quests, they got voice actors for it. And they recorded this guy vomiting. And it's very disgusting, and the game warns you, and I'm like, you know what? It can't be that disgusting. It is very disgusting. It is very wet. It is very long. It goes on for minutes. He is vomiting out of, I don't know how many orifices, but he is vomiting. Oh, this thing's level 6. No wonder I'm down to 1/3 health. So yeah, you could go play RuneScape yourself and have some fun with that. It will be a very long burn kind of game for you. Or you could look up some videos. Either way, it's a fun game, but very big time investment. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it is true. Yeah, one of the other things RuneScape does nicely is the fact that the big things like dragon slaying, that does happen, but like you have to work your way up to that. You don't just start off slaying monsters and ghouls and things. No, you start off settling petty problems for petty people in petty ways. And as you build your skills as an adventurer, you start getting some more dangerous requests. Ooh, one more charger. I swear they don't mostly involve poisoning, but the ones I remember and stick out apparently all do. Oh, there's also one cool part, which was, it's like just south of the starting town, there's a swamp. I mean, that's like right over the fence. It's just changes very instantly into a swamp. It's all dark, gloomy, a lot of water you have to walk around. And the enemies are like level 40 instead of level 3 and level 1. So, don't go there at the start. But eventually I went there, exploring around the swamp, and I found a hole. And I climbed down the hole, and it's really dark, and something is eating my flesh, and I don't know what the hell it is. And because it's dark, how the game handles dark, the screen is pitch black. Like, it's just a black screen. You don't know where you are, but you see the damage numbers and your health going down. Oh crap. Yeah, that is true. I mean, they warn you a good few times that it's not just one prompt like, oh, are you sure you want to hear this? No, it's like at least 3 confirmation messages like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Are you super sure? Like, yes, it can't be that bad. It's that bad. I mean, I think I still do yes, because that is an impressive amount of voice acting they are doing there. God damn, that was a disgustingly wet vomiting. But yeah, I went down that hole. I managed to, just through scrambling to click around on the screen, I managed to find the way back up. And got out of there. That kinda terrified me. It's a little kid. So it turns out if you go down there without a light source, yeah, there's a bunch of bugs that are afraid of the light. And if you don't have a light source, they just swarm you and eat you alive. However, once I came back with a light source, it was a cave fraught with monsters, fraught with traps, and gaps I had to cross by using rope and other tools. And at the end, I found an underground goblin village that had its own quest line and its own set of weapons. Like, they had bone crossbows. Like crossbows made out of bones that shot femurs. And that was a really nice quest line. So yeah, it's very much a game of adventure. You can get the writing just by watching videos, but you won't get the satisfaction and wonder of it unless you play for yourself, but that will require months, if not years, of investment on your part. I've done the thing where I talk and run, and I don't actually pay attention to where I'm going. I just go. So, I've been going in a rough circle for a while. Oh, you're quoting the goddamn... I know what you're quoting, and I approve. Huzzah! Now, where's the forest charger spawn again? Should probably go a bit farther out from town. I'm used to other games where, like, oh yeah, you gotta deal with the goblins en route to the next village, and the goblins are, like, right outside of town, like, within sight of the guy who's telling you to go deal with the goblins. I'm used to that kind of game design. This seems to be more like, yeah, they're, like, actual stuff out there, deep in the woods, you gotta look for it. Oh, and now that he's, like, put out there how he does his trick, there's a whole lot of imitator is a bit of an insulting way to put it, but I can't think of a better word right now. Yeah, I guess I'll just stick with the word then, to imitators cropping up, and they have put out some good content too. Oh hey, it's 2216. Will I find this forest charger before the 15 minutes are up? Find out next time on Ashes of Creation Z. it was this way. Probably go clockwise. Oh yeah, I think I explained the node system in this game, but this here's I guess a town level node? So yeah, this used to be a dingy little camp, and I wasn't here when it upgraded, so yeah, the landscape's gonna change over time. Gosh, I'm having a hard time remembering Van, though. Please do refresh my memory. I wish I could join you on the joke, but I really don't remember who or what Van is. All that comes to mind is the Van from Devil May Cry 5 that just comes out of nowhere, and does some impossible stunts, and still comes out unscathed. There's a forest charger. Alright, turn to Lieutenant Fiona, who is like... Oh, actually right here on the node, never mind. Thought I'd have to go way north again. Ah. I hadn't heard of that. No wonder I wasn't familiar. Yeah, that'll make for some interesting vids. Alright, where is this Fiona? Where's this Fiona, and where is my frame rate? I really do have to look down now, don't I? Okay, I think I'm looking in the right direction. Just have to go this way a bit more. I think. Oh, I believe I see you on the mini-map now. I have a feeling once the AC's been on for a while, the frame rate might stabilize. It feels like this is probably thermal throttling. Where's Fiona again? Donald? I'm sorry, I must go. Oh, that's a new quest. No wonder. That's not Fiona. I have a feeling I need to go way back north to the camp, though. Quest giver encampment. I'd see they put all the quests in the same spot. Interesting. So it doesn't seem like the same spot, though. Jono's up north, though. It's another 10-minute walk. think I'll give my PC a rest though, and get my EC back on too. Nah, I was gonna log out here, but this might be a bad spot to log into in terms of RAM usage. I'm gonna go, I guess, to the edge of town and then log out. Alright. Yeah, because definitely, like, in the starting area by the portal, it takes like 10 gigs for you to load in, but I think if you load in elsewhere, it's like maybe 8 or 9 or even 6 gigabytes it has to load in before it finishes. So, thanks for watching. I'll, of course, be doing this until the alpha's over, and then I'll move on to probably Metro 2033, and then Morrowind, because those are the games on the list. Try CPU encoding tomorrow night, because I think the highest AOC is used is like 30%. So it depends how much OBS wants to use, but it should do better. At least it shouldn't hit a slideshow. Yeah, good night, Schleff. You have a good night. I'm gonna go have a cool time.